On his journey, Mike Tyson encountered quite a few frustrating fighters whom he despised. However, he truly experienced what it was like to feel anger towards an enemy when, after allowing himself to make many over-the-line statements, one would mock him in front of his entire team. Nonetheless, he would come to regret it once he realized his power. Tyrell Biggs was an incredibly strong and talented boxer. His enormous stature allowed him to dominate his opponents in the amateur boxing ring. During that time, Mike Tyson also rose to the top of amateur boxing, dreaming of winning an Olympic medal. However, what happened was that the American team had to choose between Mike Tyson and Tyrell Biggs. Tyson has never been known for his tall stature, but it's not a factor that prevented him from knocking out taller opponents. His power was based on his style, strength, and speed. The national team wasn't impressed by Mike's height, so they leaned in favor of Tyrell Biggs. This could be considered one of the strongest blows Iron Mike received, as he saw his dream shattered simply due to a matter of inches. However, the true reason why the fight between Tyson and Biggs would become personal would come a bit later. To discuss this incident, we need to go back to moments before the Olympic Games occurred, where a frustrated Mike arrived at the hall to wish the participants good luck. The story tells us that he approached Biggs directly with the intention of shaking his hand, only for Tyrell to sarcastically ask Tyson what he had forgotten there among the Olympic Games participants. Undoubtedly, it was an episode that remained well guarded in Tyson's mind. And since then, he held a great resentment against someone who would one day become one of his significant opponents. After winning his medal, Biggs made the decision to transition to professional sports. But, surprisingly, by the time he was taking his first steps, Tyson was fortunate to be an incredibly famous boxer. Tyson held the record for being the youngest champion, knocking out all his opponents with incredible punches.
Tyson forces Frazier to a corner and catches Frazier with an uppercut, followed by a salvo of leather, and Frazier crumbles. Tyson goes to a neutral corner.
At some point, Biggs began to display aggressive behavior towards Mike, challenging him to a fight. He provoked Tyson on different social media platforms and interviews, claiming he was ready to defeat him in just one round. Furthermore, he pointed out that he was not only bigger but also stronger and faster. Tyson responded to all these statements by affirming that he was ready to enter the ring against Biggs and show everyone who the best boxer was. The intensity only escalated when Biggs showed up at Tyson's training session and started provoking him. Mike, who couldn't resist this provocation, landed a couple of punches, leading to him being asked to leave the gym. Although this happened even before the actual fight took place, the incident became a topic of discussion for the press, generating great interest among fans and other boxers. In October 1987, many spectators gathered in the arena, hoping to see a dynamic and spectacular duo. Mike Tyson was described as incredibly aggressive, and many fans claimed they hadn't seen him so focused in a fight before that day. Tyrell, on the other hand, seemed not to understand what he was about to face in just a matter of seconds, as he was as confident as possible that he would be the one to end Tyson.
Prior to coming to the ring. Therefore, I expect a good, clean bout. Do you have any questions? Trust us, back to you for the good luck.
Barry and Ray, I wouldn't be...
Tyrell Biggs, like Muhammad Ali, began to dance around the ring and launch his quick punches at Tyson.
Trying to slow this man down. I'm seeing more jabs from Mike Tyson.
Meanwhile, Mike, as was customary for him, tried to land a precise blow on his opponent. Throughout the round, Biggs managed to move perfectly and hit Tyson, while Mike stood firm with a unique combination.
Just throw the jab like he's doing now, not to let Tyson set up. Trying to slow this man down. I'm seeing more jabs from Mike Tyson.
The fight seemed competitive, but what everyone was waiting for was to see what would happen when Tyson landed one of his punches on Tyrell.
Because Tyson throws those looping right hands and left hooks.
Give him up, Mike!
The second round was completely different from the first. By that point, Tyson had already found his rhythm and distance. This helped him land more and more punches, making the audience fear for Tyrell more and more.
Utilize the jab.
See, Biggs was doing great the first 2 minutes of the first round, keeping that jab consistent, moving lateral, giving angles.
On the other hand, Biggs wasn't as erratic with his movements anymore. He locked himself into his stance and tried to go for more powerful blows. But, as we all know, you can't afford to miss punches when you're in a fight against Mike Tyson. Sooner or later, he will land his own.
And the way that Biggs is moving to his right, that's wrong because of the hook of Mike Tyson.
In that same second round, people started to sense the defeat when, towards the end of the segment, Mike started landing almost all of his significant punches. The turning point came when Mike landed a powerful left hook, causing Biggs to wobble. After that, his opponent's plans started to crumble. Biggs' punches seemed like a child's compared to Tyson's. It was clear that Tyson was enjoying every second of the fight.
He's trying to outmuscle Mike Tyson, which is not his fight plan.
And there's a huge left hand.
By the fifth round, when the bell rang, Mike immediately landed the hardest right of the entire fight, reminding his opponent who was who.
A little swelling up.
With each passing second, Iron Mike's advantage grew. While Biggs, clearly, must have wished he wasn't in the ring with someone who possessed such a level of ferocity. Every attempt to respond to Mike was countered, as a second later, Tyson responded with an even stronger punch. By the time the seventh round arrived, it was clear that Mike was tired of gradually defeating an opponent who had been in his mind for so long, so he decided to quickly end the fight. First, he unleashed a brutal left hook, after which Biggs would fall to the canvas.
Oh, that
was a tremendous left hand.
Oh, that
was a tremendous left hand.
Then, the most brutal ending was witnessed, leading the referee to stop the fight. After Tyson achieved a crushing victory, he decided it was time to return the favor to Biggs and publicly ridicule him. In an interview, he claimed that while they were in the ring, Biggs couldn't stop crying, making gestures like a woman, and it didn't take long for him to break. Do you believe that Biggs put up a fight against Tyson, or was the incredible Iron Mike simply taking his time to humiliate him in the ring? Leave us your opinion in the comments section.